Hey kids, short video here, just a little bit of an intro to our new unit. Some of you might be finishing up the last one, so we'll just use this as a little bit of a breather and a bit of a segue into the new one. So the new unit is going to be all about learning what this button down here does. Dun dun dun. Okay, this one that says log, we're going to learn all about that. What is the purpose of log? How do we use it? And well, even this one ln below it is very closely related. So what you're looking at here is my amazing technological prowess of Googling something that I want. I wanted a better calculator for my computer, so I Googled the TI-83 online calculator, and I found this one. So now I can use this as a digital calculator, and you can see it. Okay, so what does this log button do? So first thing, I'm going to just push log, and it's going to give me a log, and I got to type in some number. So I'm going to think of the simplest number here, and I'm going to type in a log of 1. I'm going to push equals, and I get 0. Not very satisfying. I'm going to push log of 2. Log of 3. Okay, let's get kind of weird. I'm going to try something like log of 10. Oh, that's a little nicer. I'm going to guess 20 is probably not going to be much better than the other ones. No. So let's try another nice round number. Let's go log of 100. Oh, okay, that's good. You know what? I have a sneaking suspicion something might be happening here. Let's try a log of 1. Try a log of 10. Let's try a log of 100. You notice a pattern? Okay. So now we've got something. It's almost like log is the thing that counts the number of zeros. Although it doesn't do just that, it actually we can log anything. It doesn't have to have zeros. So it's not just counting the number of zeros. What it's actually doing is it's figuring out what the exponent on 10 is. So what I can do is I can actually go log 10 to the power of, let's say, 7. I'm just going to put it in that brackets, and I'm going to get that, and I get 7. So log is kind of the exponent finder. Now, if you understand this, then you're well on your way to understanding logs. How do I explain something like log of 2? Well, that's a little trickier, because this is not a power of 10. But you can actually go 10 to the power of, well, 0.301. Okay, no. That's ridiculous. We're not actually going to do that. We're going to go 10 to the power of, and then we're going to go shift answer. Okay, so it's actually going to put this in exactly 0.301, blah, 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 blah. And when I push equals, I get 2. So 10 to the power of this is equal to 2. It's kind of like saying log of 2. It's like saying 10 to the power of what would give me 2, or what is the exponent that I would need to raise 10 to get 2. So it's kind of an exponent finder, but it's based on tens. Now, log's not always based on tens, but that's getting a little more detailed than we need to get for now. Just understand that when you're typing in log of something like 10,000, and here's the thing, do you understand what this is? Take a second, think about it. If I push equals, this is going to give me the exponent that 10 would have to be raised to get 10,000. And of course, the answer would be 4. So there we go. There's logs in a nutshell. If you're wondering about this ln button, LN, it's pronounced ln, and we'll get to that later on as well. This is a little bit different, because if I take ln of 10,000, it stops being nice. So ln is a different thing. Now, those of you who have done the something interesting video have learned also about another letter, and let's see if I can find that little guy here. I'm going to go second function, and I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to get E. Okay, so E and ln are related to each other, and we can start to look at things like second function. Whoops, let's go back down to ln, and we'll go second function, and we'll go E to the power of 5. Okay, here's your quiz. Do you understand what this is going to be? There it is, 5. Okay, so we have very important 10 to the power of something. We have an E to the power of something. And if we want some other ones, like 2 to the power of something, we're going to have to figure out how to work that. So that's where we're going. Now, just getting over to Desmos so we can see the graph. We can type in log of 10 and Desmos will calculate it, but we can also make a graph that says log of x. And when we look at this graph here, we can actually see an interesting relationship. So y equals log of x. Now we're going to look at this in a bunch more detail later on as well, but let's just take a second just to look at some important points. This says that when x is 1, we calculate the value of y by going log of 1, which is 0. And if you remember over here, we did log of 1 equals 0. Now those of you who are paying attention to this whole thing, you might want to take a second, think about why the heck is log of 1 equal to 0? Log is equal to the power to which I must raise 10 to get whatever I'm logging. So because 10 to the power of 0 is equal to 1, that means log of 1 is equal to 0. You can also start to do things like say log of 0.1 is equal to negative 1, because 10 to the negative 1 is 1 over 10, or 0.1. And you can start to go into smaller and smaller numbers. Now I want you to try and do something here. This is the play along part. If you have a calculator, type in a log of 0 and see what you get, and then think about it. Why do you get the answer you get? Also, try playing around with some of the other arguments here. So this is what I'd call the argument, what you're putting in the brackets. So log of a negative number, try that and see what you get. Now if you're looking at the graph, you might already know, but just take a second, think about why the heck is it. And try doing some other stuff, play around with it. Type in log of 500, type in log of 1,000,000. Is there too big of a number for us to log? Is there any limit to that? Go to Desmos as well, go to this graph, and click on some other points. Just take a second, build some connections. There's no assessment, there's no marks assigned to this. Just have a little bit of fun, because logs are fun. And if you don't believe me, you're gonna have to watch the video linked down in the description below. It truly will explain everything you need to know about logs. All right, so that's that. I told you this would be a short one, so I'm going to stop it there. The next lesson is going to be on learning about the mathematical definitions of logarithms and some of the more technical stuff, but for now there's just a bit of an introduction to logs. Just remember, it's better than bad, it's good.